Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Season 2 for Tekken 7 is out, and so is the patch with certain nerfs and buffs to all the characters. I main Lili, and she has got some very significant buffs, and that's why I wanted to make this video where I'm going to talk about all of her changes, and I will also mention the impact they have on Lili's gameplay. First of all, her Rage Drive. The damage is nerfed a little bit, but the move is a few frames faster now, and it crushes lows sooner. Because the move is now faster, you can connect it more easily in juggles. The most significant buff of this move, however, is that it is a homing move now, so opponents will think twice about sidewalking Lili when she has rage. The input of her Rage Drive has changed. You now input the Rage Drive as down forward 3+2. Lili got a new way of transitioning into Do Glide. She can now transition into Do Glide after her 3-2 by pressing forward. So this adds some variety to her pressure. A huge buff for Lili is now that her forward 2-3 is 12 frames fast instead of 13. So now we have a new very strong 12 frame punisher. This is especially beneficial for Lili, as she used to have trouble punishing mid get-up kicks, which are -12 on block, but now she won't have any issues with punishing them. They nerfed this string, however. They made it launch punishable now. This doesn't impact Lili very much in my opinion, because you should not be using the string outside of punishment very often anyway. Opponents are supposed to have a different animation after getting hit by Lili's forward 3+4, 3-4 string. I'm not very sure about this, however, because I do not use this move very often and I don't remember the old animation. Let's move on to down forward 3+4, 3+4. Opponents are now closer to Lili, so they are going to have an easier time with punishing her. A bunch of other moves also leave Lili closer to her opponent now, which means that they will have an easier time punishing her, namely her down 1, down back 3+4, her back 4-3 low, and while standing 1-2-4. Another move with new added homing properties is her down back 3. This used to be a move that tracked to Lili's right, but now it tracks both ways. This is quite a useful move, as it is a true high crush move and it is a counter hit launcher. The range, however, is pretty bad, so think twice before using it for pressuring your opponent, and use it as a defensive move instead. Also, the low from her Feisty Rabbit stance is now -15 instead of 17. Lili's up forward 4 now has slightly less damage, but is also slightly faster and therefore crushes earlier. The whole string, up forward 4-3, is now her new wall bounce move, so you can get a pretty nice juggle off of it. Lili's Do Glide 2-1 has been both nerfed and buffed. Well, it is a natural combo on normal hit. It is punishable on block now. It used to be safe, but now it is -11. The most important buff for Lili, together with forward 2-3 as a new 12 frame punisher, is that her quarter circle forward 3+4 is now a homing move. It is a pretty fast move. It is around 15 frames fast, I think. It is +6 on block. However, it is a high move. With quarter circle forward 3+4 being a homing move, opponents now have a very good reason for ducking against Lili. Knowing this, Lili may have a better chance of hitting her opponents with mids than she had up until this patch. While standing 3 now has less pushback on block, so punishing this move will be easier now. Full crouch down forward 1 used to be unsafe, but now it is safe on block. Lili got a guaranteed hit after this move in the previous patch, but now the animation is different and the opponent can get out from the flip animation easily to avoid any follow-up. While you get less damage off of this move now, you may be able to use it more frequently since it is safe. So perhaps this will improve Lili's pressure a little bit. Full crouch down forward 3 will be a little bit more viable now, as you can use it in do glide by pressing quarter forward 3. You can also use it off of any do glide, any moves that transition into do glide, like 3-2 or back 1 or forward 3. So this adds more variety to her gameplay. While Lili got a few very important buffs, she got one important nerf as well. Sadly, the transition into do glide from her back 1 is now slower, meaning that her opponents will have an easier time interrupting her pressure after back 1. This could possibly affect her juggles as well, as chaining multiple back 1s in a juggle will be much harder now. So these were pretty much all of her changes after the new patch. I hope I didn't miss anything, but if I did, please let me know in the comments. I think Lili is much stronger now. She got some very powerful buffs, namely on her 4-2-3 and her quarter forward 3+4. The pushback on some of her moves on block has been nerfed, but that shouldn't affect her gameplay too much. Some of her moves have been changed in a pretty neutral way. For example, her full crouch down forward 1, which used to be unsafe, but Lili got a guaranteed hit afterwards, is now a safe mid, but doesn't get a guaranteed follow-up. So that's kind of a neutral change, and so is the change on her quarter forward 2-1 homing move. It is now a natural combo, but it is slightly unsafe on block now. I feel like Namco is trying to implement do glide into Lili's gameplay a little more, because we have a new transition into do glide and a new move out of do glide, namely her full crouch down forward 3 low, which yeah, it can help with Lili's pressure a little bit. She used to be very predictable, so this may help a little bit with her being less predictable. I think that the only nerf that hurts Lili is the nerf on her back 1 transition, since transitioning from back 1 into do glide used to provide Lili with great mix-ups. Now it's not so good anymore. But even so, I think that her buffs really outweigh all of her nerfs, and I'm really happy with these changes. So yeah, I think that's all for this video. Let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about these changes regarding Lili or regarding any other characters, or maybe even Lei if you play him. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. I'll see you hopefully tonight on Twitch. Bye bye!